Evening once again. It's your baby boomer Kitty Lane from the Peninsula in Virginia. Y'all, we're going to try to make this video as quick as we possibly can. I still have to, I have a lot to do. I have a lot to do. So, what I'm going to do is just like shoot you through each one of them. I am not going to put the details down below right now. I'm going to probably encourage you all to come over to my Facebook page, which is Create and Relate, and put the details there. Maybe I might do a separate video listing all of the details, but it's quite a lot to write. I should have been keeping up with this as I went along. I'm also one who does not hold on to my labels, which is requiring me to do research. So, with that being said and all the disclaimer out of the way, once again, it's your baby boomer Kitty Lane from the Peninsula in Virginia. So welcome to another Create and Relate. I want to thank you all for 67 subscribers. 67. Whew. I said I wanted to hit 100 by the end of August. I was pushing. I said 50 by the end of July, and to myself I said 100 by the end of August. I'm going to push for 50 more. But you all, we have gone 17 over July's quarter. 17 over. Am I happy? Nah. I'm ecstatic. I am tickled. Pink, purple, light blue, all kinds of rainbowsy colors. I am really happy. Head is toe up. That's not what we're here for. What we're here for is this. I'm sure you all remember the Rainbow Princess, which is a little bit of texture. Basically double crochets throughout, front post, back post double crochets. This one is for my granddaughter. You all met her. She's got the little picots on the border. I'll tell you as much of the details as I can remember. How about that? It's a 3-weight mandala, color and gnome. If I'm not mistaken, I used a J-hook for this. I shouldn't even be doing this. All of this has to go in the wash. So that's how we're going to handle that. Okay. Next up, we're going to take it to the Alpha Auntie. The ones that I know what I use, it's easy for me to tell you. This one came with the bag, the mesh bag, which can also be used as a market bag. I tried to make storage bags for each one. But this, my lovelies, is Alpha Auntie. It is not very big because my aunt is 5 feet tall. My aunt always says, I don't want these big shawls that you see on other people. There's one, when I show you that one, my aunt would probably wrap me up in it and send me back to Virginia. Our family reunion is in North Carolina. But yes. And my soft white and my pink, my light pink, baby pink, soft pink, I forget the name of the color exactly, but those are Karen 1 pounds. The variegated pinks and the green are mainstay. It's all number 4 worsted weight, and this was done with a K-hook. I forgot, like I said, I'll give you all the details later, like how much is in a ball and how many balls I used. That one I purchased 2 of the variegated reds and 1 of the greens. The white and the pink is yarn that I had here, and I didn't use that much of either one. I guess you see I had enough that I could put all the colors effectively in a bag that went along with it. Now, this mesh bag, I kind of like that one because of the drawstring effect. I really like that one. Seems kind of small. Looks can be deceiving. This was a mandala 3-weight. I said I wanted to try smaller yarns. You all, this is Gnome. I really love the way that worked up. 1,081 yards of Gnome, and I was able to make this complete shawl, and it took a snippet of I bought 2 cakes. It took a snippet of another cake to make. Now keep in mind, I start, stop. So I probably, oh my goodness, I probably like mucked about, probably about 1/5 of a ball. So one ball, what do they call it? It's not mega bundle. It's the huge bundle that they have out now, bulky bundle. The one of those should make one of these, and probably the bag to go with it. Each one of these shawls that I'm showing you, if I had just sat down and took my time, I don't have a single shawl in here that should take more than 6 to 8 hours to make. Nothing is really that, well, there are two that would take longer, but it's not this one. This one is, it's not Pilgrim, it's not, what is the name of this? Pioneer Women. Colorway, Coral. This bag was done in the moss stitch, simple handles, and the shawl itself was half double crochet, half double crochet chain, just like a moss stitch done in the half double crochets. I did not add texture to this one. It's very lightweight. I don't remember what weight. I think I'm trying to find what weight the Pioneer Woman is, and I've not been able to find it. It feels like a 3. I do know that I did this with a J. I did this one with a J hook, and I used the simple shells as the border. It's not very large. Most of the women that I made these for are kind of warm-natured, and I felt that they would need something just to cover them, but they're going to be sold. So there we are there. We are 4 shawls down. We got 6 to go, y'all. So I want to save that one for last because I just finished that one. The bluesies. I didn't tell you the name of the shawls. The first one was Rainbow Princess. The pink and green one was Alfie Anta. Alpha Auntie. Ooh. The gnome color one. The gnome color one is Lattice Spray. Lattice. And the 4th one was Virginia Peach. This bag, most of my bags were made in the moss stitch. This one, this handle I have tied up, but it can be untied and it can go across your body. So this one had one that took, yes, over 6 hours. It's kind of big. It's about medium in size. It is extremely textured. Extremely textured. And the name of this one is Bumpy Roads. It's done in blues. It's a mandala also. I don't remember. The name of it escapes me. It's like Neptune or something like that. But I will get back with you on that. It took 3 of those. I initially purchased 2. And no, it took 4. It took 4. That's why, yes. It took 4. I initially purchased 2, and I realized as I got a little bit past halfway, I was going to need another one. And then I had to go back and get the other one, and the other one was not quite the same colorway. It had specks of green in it, or greenish tints, but I decided to stick it out and go with it anyway. So that is 5 down. We have 5 to go of the shawls alone, because there was more. This was the first bag I made. This is when I realized I got sewing potential, y'all. I didn't do bad with that. I was proud of myself with that. Because again, it's the moss stitch. I'm talking too fast, so you're going to hear me bunching up my words. I just pray that they are clear enough for you to understand what I'm saying. Whew. This one is kind of on the small side. I made these with a variety of people in mind. So with that, and I also thought of the fact that I'm a big girl, and I can't make all things based on my size. So I went smaller with some of these, and with the hope of procuring smaller models so that they could show the true worth of the shawl. This shawl is called Speed Trap. As you can see, the textures get smaller as we go in. Kind of reminds you of the speed trap that police put down when you're speeding and they want to stop you. It's like you're going through the neighborhood. Okay, bloop, 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 bloop. And as you go further in, it's bloop, 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 until you get to the I tried, but you get the idea. I did try to go live earlier. For some reason, I couldn't at first, and then I went in and realized that Juan was having his birthday party at the same time, and I did not want to take away from that. He deserves that. He's awesome. I hope if you guys have not checked him out, you will. Here's another moss stitch bag. This bag, the yarn that was, I'm sorry, I didn't tell you about Speed Trap. Speed Trap was, let me get back with you on Speed Trap. I have to try to remember what kind of yarn. I have to go back through my videos and see what kind of yarn that was. But this one, this is Karen 1 pound. And it's, they don't call it gold, they call it, what do they call it? Cornflower? It's not sunflower. I think it's cornflower, something like that. But anyway, it's a gold, a yellow gold tone. This one, now I don't know what color this gold is. I had enough to do the shawl. This was some of the gifted golds. I have no idea. I just know it's a 4 worsted weight. I had enough to do the shawl. The green is the Karen 1 pound. So I had enough of that to do the shawl. This one is kind of big, y'all. This one is called Behold. 4 worsted weight. I can tell you how this one got its name very simply. I live in Hampton, Virginia. There are 2 major colleges over here. Hampton University, blue and white, in Norfolk State University. The green and gold. Behold, the green and gold. When I did it in green and gold, and I have several friends and family members who graduated from Norfolk State, I had no choice but to name it green and gold. I mean, to name it behold. I had no choice. It was there. That's what I was supposed to do. Okay, I've gotten everything from that side. Y'all, we are down to 3 shawls. 3. Whew. The end is nigh. Okay, now I really loved this bag, and you all know how much I love this yarn. I don't know. Oh, Jesus. I don't know where, and I can't even think of the name of it now. It's Joanne's yarn, and it's super soft. It's the really huge balls, skeins. Actually, it was the really huge skeins. But I love what I did with the handles and the flip sides. You know, I'm at a loss for words. I'm really tired for one. But as I was making this one, then this one worked up super fast. It is nothing but a moss stitch, but it was done with the M hook. So it worked up like, phew! I was amazed. If I look like I'm looking off, I changed the position of my camera. So instead of looking dead on, I feel like I'm looking off somewhere else. Every time I look at it, I just feel kind of off. But at any rate, this is called Tropical Paradise. I absolutely loved working with this material, even though I can't think of the name of it. But I will. But it is super, 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 super soft. And it's so comfortable. And for it to work up so fast, of course, using the larger hook made it really pliable. And oh my goodness, this, if I wore shawls, if I wore thick shawls, this would be my baby. Now, the bag here. See the shell design? Well, the shell design is my design, but it was inspired by it's a shell stitch with a little twist, but it was inspired by this simple shell shawl, which was designed by Crystal of Bag O' Day. Y'all, this shawl is huge and it's heavy, and the yarn is carrying 1 pound. I can't begin to tell you how many skeins I used. I'm pretty sure it was probably 3/4 of a yellow, maybe half to 2/3 of the burgundy, and probably a whole black. Now the top part of this was done with just yarn from Dollar General. I generally try not to mix yarns because it does something to me up here. And I'm not crazy, but it feels funny, and it'll send me into a little funk. You know, almost a little panicky. But I made it through that. Now, whew, I was debating whether or not to make the 10th shawl. The 10th shawl is named Pretty in Purple. If you know anything about me at all, you know that purple is my favorite color. I absolutely love purple. Oh my God, and working on this was amazing, because I don't know what Tamu has done to their yarn, but they have really nailed it with this. Their yarn, none of them whose name I can pronounce, because they're all written in characters and not in words that I understand. They look like they're written in Mandarin. I don't read Mandarin. I'm sorry. I don't. But it makes a beautiful shawl, y'all. It is really soft. Now this design, this shawl is called the Phoenix. And it was designed by Jennifer of Cinnamon Stitches. I actually stuck it out to the end to make the feathers. I did. I was like, who? And I love the fact that these creators, these designers, give you free will to do what is comfortable for you, or what will fit you. Especially, Jen will tell you, do what fits you. I love that. So I made a separate piece to go with this, and it's not a bag, but it's also by a designer who tells you to do what fits you. And I made a jellyfoot hat to go along with the Phoenix. They just seem to go so well together. The jellyfoot hat was created by Kiara of Kiara Crochets. So it was really fun working on these. It really was. I'd stretched it out much longer than I should have. The longest part of the shawl, to me, it was amazing because I started this like 2 o'clock in the morning, and basically by 6 I was pretty much done. But I could not get my feathers right, and I ended up frogging the feathers like 4 or 5 times. This is one of the few things that I have started and I did not frog it 5 times. The hat here, I don't know why, but me and the ruffles weren't getting along. So I had to keep frogging the ruffles, but I did not frog the whole hat. So I think I'm getting better, you all. I do. I think I'm getting better. Along with that, now this one is actually, it's owned by someone. She just hasn't come to pick it up. I can't put it on right now. I can't. But it's a dread hat, which y'all need to see it. I think you've seen it before. I don't like putting it over my ponytail. I don't. But if you can imagine me with dreads, it's enough room for the dreads to fit in there, or a person with a whole lot of hair, or me with my hair out when it's loose. It would fit in there. Needing something to do one night, what do? Bucket hat go-tos. Yeah. That's what we do. Made this one a little long because the sister I like to cover my eyes. So when I presented the idea of the fashion show to my cousin, and let me go back a little bit. So Lisa Lark of Happy to Hook does a giveaway, a crochet along, and it's the greeting card crochet along. She presents a greeting card, and you make something inspired by that card. Well, this one was called, I think it was Dog's Day in the Park, if I'm not mistaken. So you can imagine the brown with the brown babies and the brown accent color of the babies, and then you have the sky and you have the grass. And I love the ribbing. I just love the ribbed effect. I don't know, I fell in love with that for some reason. But little ruffles. It works. So, like I said, my cousin asked me if I was going to have anything purple and gold, because he is a Q. All the Hodges men are Qs. So I made a Q hat. So Thaddeus can model the Q hat. Well, he's not going to be modeling. My grandson's going to be modeling it, actually. But he's free to purchase it, because he was the one who said to me that I would not be giving any of these away. They are going to be sold. All right. Now, with that in mind, a whip that I've shown many times, and now I can finally get back to it. There are 3 whips that I'm currently working on, and I guess you remember the purple dress. I did get to meet up with my model, and I know that everything, forgive the gold down here, these are just stitch markers, let me know that I'm not waving off in one direction. And this is actually the back. That's the back. The front is going to be more of a V when I add it on, and then I will connect those, and the bottom is going to come down about another 1.5 inches. I want to make sure I cover all the lady parts, and then it's going to be meshed all the way down. She wants a long dress, so she shall have a long dress. And the other thing I'm working on, being that I have fallen so in love with Temu yarn, the accents are a mixture of yarns, which we know by now that I don't like it, but for the sake of making it work, I'm doing it. The black is Temu, the brown is Temu, the light brown is Temu. The red, I don't know, I found a ball of red around here and I used it. And it's enough for me to do this again if I have to double up on what I'm doing. The pink Quran 1-pounder. The watermelon, it's the Joanne yarn that I was telling you about. It's the watermelon that was in Tropical Paradise. Y'all really gonna make me think about it. The next one I'm gonna be using is the Karen Sun, whatever color that is, and then it's going to go to the real soft yellow. Okay, it's going to be this, and then it's going to be, that's the wrong bag, let's go to this bag. Then it's going to be, yes, I'm using, yes I am. So then we're going to use the yellow, and then the rainbow again, and then we're going to the teal, which is going to lead us to the spring green, which is going to lead us to what? The bright blue. I mean bright blue, like shield me from the sun blue. Then we're going to go with the navy blue. I call it dusty blue because it looks real dusty. And then we're going to go with the purple. And what I'm doing is my infamous the moss stitch, and it's 2 rows of the accent color, 4 rows of the rainbow color. I don't know if I have enough of the rainbow to go through it twice. I do know that I went 175 stitches across. I like ending on an odd stitch so that my rows will end the same. If you cut off on an even stitch, then what you have is single crochet, chain, but the end of your row will end single crochet. If you do it on the odd stitches, then it starts out single crochet, chain, and it ends on chain, single crochet. Or it's single crochet, and it ends with single crochet. You'll know what I'm talking about. So, like I said, 175 stitches across, which this one was started at 6 o'clock this morning before I went to the doctor. So I've just been kind of picking it up all day and working with it. The third, I said I wasn't going to show this one, but y'all, I can't help it. I told you all that I was making me something out of this. And I was going through Jennifer's tutorials and I ran across this tank top that she was doing. And I love the fact that she tells you to make them customizable. This can look so much better on me, y'all. It can, but I'm sitting down and I just wanted to give you a brief, what it looks like. I like things not up close in my chest, so I did make the neckline a little larger. This is like putting on a bra. Ooh, Lord. There we go. Come on down. Come on down. Come on. There we go. Yay. Now you feel like a top. There we go. Alright. So, it has a peak in the front. Mine also has a peak in the back, but it's a little bit, the holes are a little bit bigger up at the top. Once I get down to about my midsection, it's going to be mesh for a little ways. And then it's going to go back to the closed-in stitch. I'm making myself a dress. This is not just a shirt for me. This is going to be a whole dress. And once I get it finished, y'all going to be seeing a lot of it. I'm just telling you. I am just telling you. You're going to be seeing a whole lot of it because I love it. I love the, yes. And this much of it, I'm telling y'all, this worked up in like 2.5 hours. And that was with me doing this. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. So it's no time at all to do. But I had to prioritize. There are other things that I made. I made like oodles and oodles and oodles of those things. The scrunchies. I made a couple of ear warmers. Well, more than a couple. I made other hats, but I'm not going to keep showing you bucket hats and beanies. But those are what I made. Those are going to be going with me to Carolina in hopes of selling them. If you see me rocking back and forth, it's because I know that I have a lot to do. I need to get up and close my blinds. I need to fold the clothes on the foot of my bed. I need to go put all of these things that I just showed you into the washing machine and get them going. And I gotta pee. The fluid pill is saying, hey, did you forget that you took me today? So yeah, that all is going on. But I don't like to make promises that I don't keep or can't keep or whatever. And I promised, especially Auntie Maureen, that I was going to get these out tonight. You see what they look like. I hope you enjoy looking at them as much as I enjoyed making them. I'm excited about showing them off and, researching and getting all the information on them so that I can present them the way they're supposed to be presented and I can sell them the way they're supposed to be sold. And when people start calling me for orders, I can give them all the information that they need about it. And if I need to make any adjustments or changes, like I need to write down what stitches I used, and I need to put like a little pattern by each one. So each item is going to get a page. So it's another night of me being up, even though the doctor gave me sleeping pills today. Can't take it tonight. I got stuff to do. I'll sleep when I get in Carolina or on my way there or whatever. I love you guys, but I want you to always remember you have to love yourself. You have to. You can't love me back if you don't love you. I love me. That's how I know I love you. It's all about love, guys. That's what it's going to take to get us through, because God knows the state that the world is in right now is scary. And we need to band together. We need to become unified. And we need to express a deeper level of love, a love that some of us have never known. And some of us remember from back in the day, that communal love. So keep it in mind. Know that I love you, and that's real. Peace out.